Yes, 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 Kenya. Tamu sana. Oh yeah, tamu sana, yes. Tanga are still celebrating. And if you look at today's newspaper, most local dailies captured the story of the court ruling yesterday. But one newspaper went a little bit far and totally a little bit different from the others. And that is Kiswahili version Taifa Leo. In Taifa Leo, they had a very big picture of Raila and Gideon Moi. And then they gave it a very big headline, Mradi wa Uhuru 2022. And then they had photos of Raila and Gideon. And if you read keenly or rather deeply into that newspaper, it's trying to portray or insinuate that Uhuru Kenyatta currently is torn between picking either Raila Amolo Odinga or Gideon Moi. That newspaper is trying to insinuate that something like that as of now, Uhuru Kenyatta and his handlers have zeroed in on these two candidates, either Raila Amolo Odinga or Gideon Moi. That is what Taifa Leo today in their newspaper headline had as their headline story. And this is something we have been talking quite often in this YouTube channel. I've always maintained in this YouTube channel that there is a secret pact between Gideon and Raila and Amolo Odinga. And that secret pact has the blessings of Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. So Taifa Leo maybe they are still behind on the story. For us, we've gone ahead and we've already known that already a pact has been sealed. There is already a pact for a Raila Gideon Moi ticket going towards 2022. And I think, ladies and gentlemen, Muradhi has always come out clear about that, and he has made it very clear, not once, not even twice, but severally, that it's a Mandela moment. And just recently, about 2 days ago, Muradhi came out clearly and made it very clear, without any iota of a doubt at all, that Kenyans should expect a Raila presidency. That was about 2 days ago. So this newspaper, Taifa Leo, might just be behind the news a little bit. But then I've always also maintained in this YouTube channel that the deep state, or rather the system, is torn, is divided. There are those who might be propelling a Gideon Moi presidency, and those who have been propelling a Raila Amolo Odinga presidency. And then if you leave Raila and Gideon, they are also a part, or rather a cabal of the deep state, who strongly believe that maybe Mudavadi should also be propelled for that seat. Though that one has died down currently, is not being given much thought currently. So currently, the race has narrowed down between Gideon and Raila, according to some sources. But reliable sources also indicate that already they have settled on Raila Molo Odinga. That's not a secret. It's a known fact. So that's our discussion today, ladies and gentlemen, right now. Immediately after the handshake between Raila and Uhuru, there was a political pact. There was a 2022 power pact. And the 2022 power pact, ladies and gentlemen, was how Uhuru and Raila could share power. That was the pact then, ladies and gentlemen. Then as time goes by, it's coming out clearly that maybe Uhuru might not really be interested in the whole pact, maybe, as of now. So Uhuru Kenyatta is trying to propel Gideon Moi to maybe share power with Raila Amolo Odinga. As of now, one day in Kenyan politics is like the biblical 1,000 years. Originally, there was a pact between Uhuru and Raila to share power. But now, as time goes by, we are seeing that now transforming into Raila Gideon Moi Pact. But still 2022, is still far anyway. It's still far. And we might just witness the realization of the original pact where Raila and Uhuru shares power. It's not far-fetched. And now, with the latest court decision, the High Court decision, that one can just make it even more easier for Uhuru and Raila to realize their original pact of sharing power. Because the BBI document, as it was formed, or rather, as it was crafted, originally the whole idea about BBI was to create a very strong post of a prime minister. Then maybe through the noises that the Tanga group made at that time, that might have scared the side of the president a little bit to dilute the post of the prime minister, so that they could now beat the William Ruto side, because William Ruto and his team, even before BBI was made public, they had already poisoned the minds of Kenyans that it was just about sharing power. So Uhuru and his team might have been a little bit threatened by that, to a point that they watered down the post of the prime minister. But now, with this realization, ladies and gentlemen, of the court verdict, assuming they don't appeal, Uhuru Kenyatta has got two options. They can appeal the court decision, or they can soldier on with the BBI as it is, and nothing will stop them from taking it to the referendum to the people. And the people will decide, and I know it will become law. Because we have seen in the past, ladies and gentlemen, some court decisions that are not really practical. Just about some few months ago, Maraga had actually advised the president to dissolve parliament. Now, to dissolve parliament simply because the parliament never met the two-thirds gender rule requirement. Assuming the president dissolved parliament at that time, and then with no proper law to guide on how this two-thirds would be realized in an election, it could be an exercise in futility. And now this BBI document was meant to cure that. And now the same court now is declaring it unconstitutional. So it means that we might go to another election with our current constitution that cannot cure the whole idea of a two-thirds gender rule. So it means the next parliament might also be declared unconstitutional, an illegality. So this is the question, ladies and gentlemen. So with this latest court decision, the president, I strongly believe, can, and his team can decide to appeal that ruling, or they can soldier on and go for a referendum so that they can cure the two-thirds gender rule in parliament. And also that ruling is a blessing in disguise. For now, Uhuru and Raila can altogether drop that idea of a BBI and now look for a proper framework where now the president and the prime minister can now share power properly. In such a scenario, you will find that the handshake team will really find it very, very good. It will be a good news to them if they can now sit down together properly and find a way of properly sharing power. Because power must now be decongested. It cannot just be the president alone having all powers for himself. In fact, the BBI was just proposing that, ladies and gentlemen. And we all know that as Kenyans, we've really suffered as a result of an imperial presidency. And all along, what Raila and his team have been fighting for was to how to decongest that power from the presidency so that it can be shared with the prime minister and even the deputy prime minister and also even the deputy president. So with this decision by the High Court, they can realize that, ladies and gentlemen. So our topic today was just about this headline of Taifa Leo that has decided to go contrary to what most newspapers today are reporting in their headline. And at And also, before I forget, ladies and gentlemen, about a week ago, we did a video where William Kabogo made some very interesting declaration that there was nothing that stopped Kikuyus from contesting for the presidency. So actually today, William Kabogo has just declared that he's also in the presidential race. At a time Kenyans are really busy, preoccupied with the court decision on BBI, William Kabogo has come out to declare through Standard Digital that he's also in the presidential race. So, but that's a story for another day. So stay tuned for our in-depth analysis on that. That's our next story today, where we are going to analyze on the political implication on Kabogo's declaration, on Oka, on Raila, and even on Ruto, and to a larger extent Gideon Moi and even Uhuru Kenyatta. So that's our next video. So stay tuned and make sure you watch that video of William Kabogo as we dissect it into details. So folks, ladies and gentlemen, let me end by saying that if you've not yet subscribed to this YouTube channel, or you've bumped on this video for the very first time, tap on the subscription button and on the notification bell. And for those who are watching us outside of Kenya, kindly drop us a comment and let us know from which part of the globe you are watching us from. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, I don't have much. For those who might be interested in my number for some private chat or even to support this show, kindly contact me through my WhatsApp number. I've pinned it down on the comment section. You can contact me through my WhatsApp number and we can talk and let's see which is which. Otherwise, folks, God bless you. God bless Kenya. Thank you. God bless you. God bless your family. Tamu sana. Tamu sana.